Craig Romey,
Present.
Randy Graham,
Present.
Bill Lukens,
Here.
Dave Burris,
Here.
J.R. Huddleston,
Here.
Linda Varvel,
Here.
Deb Johnston, Gary Telkamp.
Here.
Thank you. Would you join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And our standing reminder, council, if you have a conflict of interest, please let the rest of the council know before you vote. Under the advice of our attorneys, I need a motion to approve an amended agenda. We'll add an executive session for legal, 1-25-2-3, right after the minutes and before the claims.
Make a motion to approve an amended agenda, adding executive session 1-25-2-3 legal inserted before we review claims.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The motion passes. Can I get a motion to approve the minutes from the
August 4th.
August 4th? Thank you. I was struggling because it's not on the agenda. The August 4th council meeting.
Make a motion to approve the minutes of the August 4th council meeting.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The motion passes. So that brings us to a motion to go into executive session.
Make a motion to go into executive session in accordance with 1-25-2-3 legal.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The motion passes. So I have us back at 7:44 if we round up. Can I get a motion to approve the bills in between?
Make a motion to approve bills in between.
Second.
$190,338.87.
Second. Sorry, Craig.
That's okay.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The motion passes. Can I get a motion to approve the current claims?
I make a motion to approve the current claims of $76,002.57.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The motion passes. Communications from the public. Is there anyone here that would like to address the council tonight? All right. We'll go on to personnel. Can I get a motion to approve personnel actions A through L?
Make a motion to approve personnel actions A through L.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The motion passes. On to our new business items. Our first new business item A is discussion only, and it's to review ordinance 92-12, possession, use, or consumption of alcoholic beverages / glass containers. Discuss if the city should allow consumption in public parks. This one, the topic has come up pretty much every time that we discuss temporary alcoholic beverage licenses. Council, I included 9212 from our city ordinance, and also included since January 1st through today the different organizations or individuals who had asked for those temporary licenses. The question has been raised, should we allow it? Is it the right thing for the city to do? A number of council members have responded that we're very limited in what we can look at to approve these temporary alcoholic beverage licenses, which has led me to wonder if there's something else that the council would like to be able to look at to consider whether they should be approved or not. And looking at the 92-12, council previously did make an exception to that ordinance to exclude Brookside Park. And Bill, I think you have a better recollection of why we did that than I do. But again, we did make an exception because we felt it needed to be addressed. So if you could help us out there, Bill, I'd appreciate it.
Yeah, this ordinance was passed January 21st, 2020. It was brought to public safety in 2019 by then Chief of Police Mike Close, requesting that we look at prohibiting all alcoholic beverages, not only spirits, but beer and wine from Brookside Park, because it was becoming a very family-unfriendly park. There were a number of people drinking excessively all along the river, the playground area, the shelter area, littering up the place, breaking glass bottles in the river, and to the point that families weren't utilizing that area as they had in the past because it just wasn't perceived to be a safe and fun place to be. Because South Dakota does not have, and the City of Hot Springs does not have a statute against public intoxication, the police were limited on what they could do if someone was in the park drinking. By prohibiting all consumption of all types of alcoholic beverages in Brookside Park, if somebody did have alcohol there, that gave them ordinance authority to take action with that individual. And since that time, it's really cut down on the problems in that park. So that was the background, is we had an issue in that specific park, and especially because so many kids and people play in the river and the broken glass issue in the river, we felt it was important to address the safety issue there.
Thank you. So again, I just thought it was worth having a discussion if council is still comfortable and the reasons that you are able to judge whether those temporary alcoholic beverage licenses should be approved, or if you wanted to go further than that and have the discussion about limiting alcoholic beverages in all the parks.
I don't hear anything.
I've not seen anything on the COP log and have not initiated any discussions with the chief, but nothing has come up in the safety committee meetings about issues with a problem with alcohol consumption in the other parks. So at this point in time, I don't have any data to say that we should act on, that we need to change the ordinance.
I think where we're standing right now is in a good spot. And we mainly do these for events for the community, for fundraising. I don't see any police officers. I have not had any conversations with police officers complaining that we are being more excessive with allowing these functions to go on. I don't see any need to change anything that we have right now. It doesn't mean in the future we won't have something that comes up, but at this point in time, I don't see any reason for us to be changing anything. That's just my opinion.
I know the city has directly benefited from, say, the Rotary Club has had multiple of these occasions for fundraising, and they are the ones that have been building our shelters in our parks. So we do gain benefit from their fundraising. And I too have not seen any problems or heard of any problems or that have been brought up during these events that would raise any red flags. I do agree with the Brookside situation. It did need dealt with, but we aren't having that situation anywhere else.
Anyone else?
I don't think we need to change this at all.
All right. As I'd mentioned, I thought it deserved another discussion because I'd heard a number of times different council people say, well, the only thing we can look at is location and integrity of the individuals applying for it. So when you say the only thing we can look at, to me suggests maybe there's other things that we would like to be able to look at. But what I'm hearing from the council is you're comfortable with the process that we're following right now, and you see no changes, needed. All right. Thank you. Can I get a motion on new business item B, accept the 2025-2026 propane quote for $1.34.8 per gallon from AmeriGas Propane?
Make a motion to accept the 2025-2026 propane quote of $1.348 per gallon from AmeriGas Propane for no more than 30,000 gallons to be delivered to various city locations as needed during the periods from 9/1/25 to 5/1/26, and a one-time fill of the city maintenance shop 12,000 gallon tank with a transport load at $1.047 per gallon.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? The motion passes. Can I get a motion on new business item C, approve contract 2025-8 with the Fall River Swim Team?
I'd like to make a motion to approve contract 2025-8 with Fall River Swim Team to use Evans Plunge Mineral Springs, September 2025 through March 2026 for the purpose of youth swimming activities.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The motion passes. And can I get a motion on new business item D, acknowledge notification of raffle from Fall River Dance Alliance?
I make a motion to acknowledge notification of raffle from the Fall River Dance Alliance, who is selling $5 raffle tickets to help cover the fees and costumes for the dance studio competition dance team. Ticket sales will be September 15th of 25 to December 10th of 25. First prize is 50% of the ticket sales. Second prize is $50 in the Hot Springs Chamber bucks. And third prize is $25 Visa gift card. Drawing will be held on December 12th of 25.
Second.
I think Craig was first.
Yep.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The motion passes. And our last new business, item E, can I get a motion to approve a travel training request from Finance Officer Misty Summers Walton?
I make a motion to approve the travel training request from Finance Officer Misty Summers Walton to attend the South Dakota Municipal League Annual Conference in Pierre, South Dakota from September 30th to October 3rd.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The motion passes. On to our committee reports. Before we get into the actual reports, I'd like to mention, council, in your info side of your packet, there's an airport planning team charter. Going forward, we're going to take a little different direction with the Airport Advisory Committee, similar to what I did with the Golf Course Advisory. I don't see that we necessarily need to meet monthly for the airport planning team. So the charter identifies meeting in January, April, July, and October, changing the participants a little bit. My hope is that we can still address all of the concerns with the airport appropriately by meeting a little less. Gary, I want to say thank you for stopping in and chatting with me today, sharing your concerns. Thought they were well thought out. I'd still like to give this a try. We'll see how it goes, and if it's not working out, we'll fix the problem. But I think going forward this way may maximize our city administrator's time a little, and mine and council's also, rather than the monthly meetings that we've been having. But I do appreciate you taking the time to come in and
You're welcome. Thank you.
address your concerns with me. Thank you. So with that, administrative and finance, JR, Gary?
Admin and Finance Committee met at 1 o'clock on Monday, August 11th, here at the Mueller Civic Center. Present were Mayor Bob Nelson, Finance Officer Misty Summers Walton, Alderwoman Deb Johnston, City Administrator Jacqueline Kelsey, Co-Chair Gary Telkamp, and Chair J.R. Huddleston. Agenda was adopted, no public comments. Old business number 1. Change time of council meetings requires ordinance revision. Reviewed and discussed full results. Committee recommending to change council meetings to 5:30 p.m., forwarding for council review and approval. Number 2, retitle Assistant Finance Officer to Deputy Finance Officer, Media and Digital Communication Coordinator. Discussed the retitling of the position to be effective 1/1/2026. Clarified the $5 hour increase would be to the wage scale for the position. Will be forwarded to council for discussion and determination prior to beginning of the next year. New business number 1, reviewed issue regarding disputed animal control citations, 2428 Lincoln Avenue. Discuss citations issued and outstanding, some written without being witnessed by ticketing officer. Recommendations to waive 50% of the total, bringing fine from $191 to $95.50 to be paid within 30 days or revert to full amount and send to collections. Committee agreed with the recommendation. Jacqueline will draft letters to both Battle Mountain Humane Society and the dog owner. Number 2, pardon me, comp time discussion. Mayor discussed different types of work weeks and why he believes the city should add comp time to the current leave types offered. He shared a couple of overtime request forms from current employees where they referenced tried to flex off in the overtime summary, and shared comments he has heard from employees that they are forced to flex extra time, as opposed to having overtime. Misty stated that if an employee works overtime, then they should be paid overtime. But overtime is and should be managed by the department heads. She shared a memo with the FLSA requirements regarding comp time and her position that it is redundant to add no measurable benefit compared to our current practice. Jacqueline shared thoughts on the subject, discussing the importance of department head management of work time, hours, and reporting and proposed covering this topic in more detail at the next safety department head meeting. Number 3, finance travel training, budget shortage, recommending a contingency of $1,500. Misty discussed the possibility of being short budget authority in this category by the end of the year and discussed a budget supplementation in the future if needed. For your information only at this time. Staff reports and updates, Mayor had none. Reviewed monthly finance officer reports. Monthly finance reports were reviewed at the last council meeting. Final 2026 budgets were emailed to each department head and council last Friday. Working on annual appropriation ordinance and certificate of tax levy to be sent to the county. Committee member comments. Deb asked if 2 plats of land the state took over for the road project would be offered to the city. Mayor stated if the state determines they don't need them, then they'll sell them off, with the city having a first right of refusal. Next meeting will be Monday, September 8th, 2025, 1 o'clock at the Mueller Civic Center. We adjourned at 2:40 p.m.
Gary, anything you want to add?
The Airport Advisory Committee met...
Gary, on,
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
as part of admin finance, is there anything you'd like to add to that?
No, we're good, thank you.
All right. Council, any questions for Gary?
You're ready, though.
I'm ready.
Any questions for Gary or JR?
Nope.
All right, thank you. Gary, Airport Advisory?
Thank you. Sorry. The Airport Advisory Committee met on Thursday, August 7th, 2025 at 8:30 a.m. at the Hot Springs Municipal Airport. Call to order and roll call. Members present, Mike Bogner and Petra Wilson. Employees, Airport Manager Ivan Venner, Tracy Bastian, City of Hot Springs Public Works, elected officials, Alderman Gary Telkamp, Alderman William Lukens, Airport tenants, Ian Bell of Skydive, South Dakota, Chamber of Commerce, Ember R. Sierra, Fall River Balloon Festival, Cindy Donald, and members of the public, Troy R. Lutz. Adoption of the agenda. The agenda was amended to include paragliders and then approved as amended. Communications from the public, none. Old business. General airport review by Airport Manager Ivan Venner. The aircraft accident near the airport on 7/12/25, which resulted in 1 fatality and 1 injury. Emergency responders were on scene and worked together well in response to the accident. The National Transportation Safety Board is investigating. The airport inspection by the DOT took place on August 5th and it went well. New business, AWAS. Pre-construction meeting is set for September 15th, 2025. The airport will be closed 9/16 through 9/18/2025. Completion and operation date is set for April 30th, 26. Balloon Festival, August 22nd to the 24th. The seed operation, single engine air tankers, they have relocated to another site because of the fire activity or lack thereof. And I see that they're back, so at the time they're gone. As we speak, they're back. The balloons are 8 takeoffs and no landings. The Southern Hills Aviation building lease has been signed. Fuel purchases sold 1,885.88 gallons of gas in July of 2025 compared to 1,879 gallons in July of 2024, up 6.88 gallons from a year ago. Fuel prices remain unchanged at $5.99 a gallon. And as of August 7th, 25, the fuel inventory was 5,998 gallons. There were 79 transactions, 122 flight operations for the previous 5 weeks. Committee member comments. Petra Wilson and the Balloon Festival Committee is looking for volunteers to assist on the launch dates. There will be a meeting on August 20th, 25 at 9 o'clock a.m. for those volunteers. There will be a meeting following at 10 o'clock a.m. for those that are event participants. Airport Advisory Committee adjourned at 9:33 a.m. And with this, the Airport Advisory Committee signs off and bids you all adieu.
Any questions for Gary? Thank you, Gary. Custer Fall River Regional Waste Management, Craig?
Our next meeting is September 11th. And it's a half hour early. I think it's 6:30.
Here at the Mueller Center?
at the Mueller Center.
Thank you. Historic Preservation, Deborah?
Historic Preservation met Wednesday, August 6th, 5 p.m. Present were Christine Heidebrink, Carl Hall, Mike Summer, Joe Nicochet, myself, Jacqueline Kelsey. Guests present were Gary and Brenda Telkamp and Jason Heidebrink. Public comment. Gary Telkamp spoke regarding the possibility of having a grant writer. He spoke with someone locally, and their recommendation was that compensation be a percentage of what was procured. Jacqueline indicated that the city already has grant writers available through the Black Hills Council of Local Governments to assist with identifying potential grants, preparation, and writing the actual grant. There is no old business. Under new business, number 1, 243 North River, which is to the right of City Hall. The exterior alterations color palette review. There is continued progress regarding 243 North River. There may be a path forward in the near future to address the blue tarps and chicken wire in the windows. Paint colors for the pink door were discussed for when the legal requirements are met and we are able to proceed. Members decided on Hasbrock Brown, number HC-71 as the color to paint those pink doors. Staff reports and updates. City Administrator relayed the City Council approved $25,000 to go towards the repair of City Hall building. And committee member comments. I conveyed that Brian Crawford will be stepping down due to personal reasons from the council. So we will be needing to look for someone to fill his vacancy. Following up on my information, Jacqueline indicated that the city will be posting to fill what will now be 2 vacancies. Jacqueline also noted that the historic preservation link on the city website is working per the concerns and discussion of the last meeting. Lastly, she relayed that the city council had declined the request for $5,000 budget for the HPC. However, they will consider specific requests and would like to see projects with attributes that are viable, tangible, and tied to the community's benefit. For example, plaques for historic property sites, did you know signs, walking tour brochure for visitors, or possibly a new festival. Jacqueline presented the ideas of Steam and Stone Days or Hot Springs Heritage Days and various activities that could be included. Members were in agreement with attempting to develop this concept further. Christine indicated that Maria March had reached out and was wanting to know if she needed to approval to place the mural that had already been approved on a different side of the building. All agreed that the new approval was not necessary. Carl said that he would like to start brainstorming for some type of fundraiser for HPC that could possibly be in conjunction with the new festival. In regards to review of the historic ordinances, Carl indicated that he would like any reference to the HPC dictating use of a building be removed, as use should be determined by the Planning and Zoning Commission. It was decided that any further discussion of the ordinances should be continued at a future meeting dedicated to reviewing them and identifying potential revisions. Next meeting will be Wednesday, September 3rd, 5 p.m. here at the Mueller Center. We adjourned at 6:27 p.m.
Any questions for Deborah? No. Thank you. Evans Plunge Advisory, Linda?
The Evans Plunge Advisory meeting met on August 14th at noon at the Evans Plunge Mineral Springs. We called the meeting to order at noon. We adopted the agenda. Attendees were Kari Mullock, Linda Varvel, Lillian Broyles, Gabby Martin, Tom Nas, and Jacqueline Kelsey. Public comment were none. Old business, we discussed the signage on the door to include all banned items in the pool. And we discussed the update, to update the membership acknowledgement forms. New business, the facility membership fees, discussed raising the fees effective 2026, suggested using a tiered system with colored wristbands to be phased in. It was suggested to restore the outdoor garden area, incorporate new plantings under the mural using city crews and the Keep Hot Springs Beautiful group. Staff reports and updates. The facility director reported that Rally Week was slow. School starts today, August 18th. We will try to keep outdoor pool open through Labor Day. The front desk could use another employee. There were 4 incidents occurring during this past month in and around the pool. The aquatics director reported the lifeguard in-house training. She recertified 2 lifeguards. Lillian needs recertification as well. Swim lessons, classes, and swim team updates. Gabby reports swim lessons went well, and there were no swim team updates. Maintenance. Tom reports the equipment fitness area requests for a leg press, free weights, and bars need to be replaced, looking at the 2027 budget for this. Pool and health club need to look at the mini whale. The outdoor pool needs cleaned. Steam room needs work. Parts were ordered and will be installed today on August 14th. Additional indoor items, plumbing issues in the men's room, locker room repaired, looking at jetting out the lines, replaced a water softener, TV screens are not working. Roof issues were discussed. Tom and Wes went up on the roof and may need to peel back roof to uncover hidden issues. The committee agreed to bring in Tracy Bastian and Misty Summers Walton to further this progress. Committee member comments, Gabby Martin reported her children just love the plunge. The next meeting will be Thursday, September 11th at the plunge at noon. We adjourned at 1:10 p.m.
Any questions for Linda? Thank you. Parks, Recreation, Beautification, Linda, Randy?
Parks and Rec meeting called to order. Meeting was called to order at 2 p.m. Roll call attendees, Mayor Bob Nelson, Chair Linda Varvel, Co-Chair Randy Graham, Alderwoman Deborah Johnson, City Administrator Jacqueline Kelsey, Public Works Director Tracy Bastian, Mueller Center Director Chris Katke, Maintenance Employee Bart Sieg, Jason Migley, and Gerald Culligan. Adoption agenda adopted with no changes. Public comment, Gerald Culligan presented the following concerns. Presence of poison ivy near Chautauqua Park, the need for tree watering at Butler Park, and questions regarding the intended use of the basketball court. Jason Migley stated that the basketball court has always been and will continue to be designated for basketball use. He noted there are no current considerations or requests to convert it into additional pickleball courts. Old business, Butler Park basketball court lighting. City Administrator Kelsey provided an update to the group stating that the lighting concerns at Butler Park basketball courts have been ongoing for months, but that the maintenance shop parks team will be looking into the issue again and will explore the alternative options to remedy this issue. Update, resurfacing on the basketball court. Pickleball club member Jason Migley stated that the court is officially open for use and the project has been completed. New business, none. Staff report updates, new regular meeting time set for 1 p.m. moving forward. Committee member comments, Keep Hot Springs Beautiful. Flatiron welcome sign bump out nearing completion. Electrical box wraps approved by the HPC. Installation will begin August 12th, 13th. Parks and cemeteries. Public Works Director will be drafting a request for proposal for a collapsed retaining wall. Centennial Park irrigation will likely begin in late August or early September. Clock located at the depot is not working and will be looked into, as well as the clock location for it at Welcome Park. The next meeting is scheduled for Wednesday, September 3rd, 2025 at 1 p.m. at the Mueller Civic Center. Meeting was adjourned at 2:41 p.m.
Linda, anything you want to add?
I noticed that the electric box wraps have been installed and they look nice.
All right.
Anyone else?
The clock at the depot hasn't worked for like 30 years. They can't find parts to fix it.
That was discussed. That someone in the public felt that with the completion of the road project that would kind of top off the whole project if the clock worked. And it's still a very historic clock, nice
Looks
to look
good.
at, but probably not going to work.
Hire somebody to,
Well, years ago, when I was on the parks, we looked into it and we were told that if you sent, excuse me, if you sent the clock to Sweden, that there is a company there that rebuilds them. But by the time you sent it there, got the bill, sent it back, I think you could have bought a historical looking clock a lot cheaper. And that was kind of where it just kind of sat for many years. And that was the last I ever heard of it.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Planning and zoning, Deborah?
Planning and zoning will meet, didn't have my calendar out here. The third Wednesday, 6 p.m. at City Hall. What day is that?
The 20th.
The 20th. Thank you.
Thank you. Safety, Ariel, if you could change chair to Bill and co-chair to JR. So,
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that
Bill,
later.
JR.
I was ready for Dave Burris to give the report. But since
You
you're
guys
not,
need to let me know about this.
Since you're not, I'll take care of it. City Hot Springs Public Safety Committee minutes. We met Thursday, August 7th, 2025, 1 p.m. here at the Mueller Civic Center. Call to order roll call members present, Alderman Bill Lukens, Alderman J.R. Huddleston, Alderwoman Linda Varvel, Alderman Randy Graham, City Administrator Jacqueline Kelsey, Safety Coordinator Tracy Bastian, PD Chief Ross Norton, Mayor Nelson arrived after Councilwoman Varvel exited the meeting. Members of the public, Elijah Varvel and Will Husted. Adoption of the agenda. Agenda adopted as published. Communications from the public were none. Old business, Deer Harvest 2025. We were advised by the South Dakota Game Fish and Park Regional Resource Supervisor that Hot Springs was approved for inclusion in the 2026 hunt, but not the 2025 season. After discussions that due to PD staffing limitations, no City of Hot Springs access permits should be offered for the 2025 archery season. New business, Detroit Avenue angle parking request. Member of the public has requested the south side of the 2100 block of Detroit Avenue be designated and marked for angled parking. Safety Committee has no issue with the request and by these minutes forwards the issue to Public Works Committee for consideration of potential future action. No overnight parking sign request for Chicago and Jennings. City ordinance does not prohibit overnight parking on the street, and the state DOT does not allow parking limitations on a state highway. As such, the committee does not recommend the requested signage. City administrator has sent an email with full explanation to the requester. Updates from the police department: staffing challenges will persist as the SRO will be back in the school. One officer is still out and another officer resigned. The chief's reviewing applications, some of which are certified officers. There have been a rash of vandalism incidents. Perpetrators have been apprehended. Thank you, Police Department. Committee member comments. A member of the public communicated to Councilman Lukens concerns over enforcement of the fireworks ordinance. The chief shared that the PD received 5 city fireworks calls in that time. The PD responded to 66 calls, which included 5 firework calls. Of those 66 calls, 3 were assaults, 1 mental health committal, 4-hour duration, 1 residential burglary. In addition to the calls, the 5 officers that worked in various times throughout the day did chase fireworks throughout the period. This information will be communicated to the concerned party. Employee safety concerns. Discussed safety training and potential programs to improve safety performance. Adjournment at 2:09 p.m. The next meeting is Thursday, September 4th, 1 p.m., Mueller Civic Center.
Bill, anything you'd like to add?
No additions.
Any questions? One comment from me. JR had mentioned that I arrived after Linda left. I was there when Linda was there. I just couldn't join because we would have had a quorum. So Linda beat me to the meeting, and I had to wait for one of the council members to exit the meeting before I could join it. So, wasn't anything personal.
You're welcome.
We had a very popular meeting. We had to run off 2 other council members, so sorry.
Yeah, I had to leave too because I was overpowered.
Yeah, Deborah and Gary also showed up, and that we complied with the quorum rule.
Public Works, Dave, Craig?
Our next meeting for Public Works will be August 26th here at the Mueller Center at 1 p.m.
Thank you. Southern Hills Golf Course won't be meeting again until the end of the season. City Administrator, Jacqueline, do you have anything you'd like to update the council on?
The only thing I have for this evening is just a quick overview of a memorandum that I sent out to all of you earlier this evening, going over the committee agendas and minutes and the standardization of responsibility. So if anyone was able to view that email prior to the meeting and you have any questions, I'm always open to providing answers. But when you do review it, it's basically going to break down the new assignments for city staff that will be responsible for drafting the agendas and the minutes. This will help ensure consistency, accuracy, and professionalism across all city committees. And this approach keeps responsibilities in-house for continuity and stability, improves compliance with open meeting laws and public record standards, and ensures professional, standardized documentation of committee work. So again, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. But I want to thank you all for your continued service to the city and all of these committees and helping everything run smoothly.
Any questions for Jacqueline?
Did you say you sent an email out about that?
I did, yes.
I don't recall receiving it.
I sent it at about 6:30 tonight, so.
My computer don't get emails. It's going to City Hall tomorrow for a guy to work on. So I didn't get it.
Tomorrow or Wednesday?
Huh? I got to turn it on?
Yeah.
Huh.
Tomorrow or Wednesday? Tomorrow or
We're
what?
taking it tomorrow, but it's going to be the
Yeah,
Wednesday.
okay. Yeah, because I got to do the same thing. I'm having issues with it.
Going back to the next Public Works Department meeting, you said the 26th, and Mary sent out the September calendar, and she's got it for the 2nd, the next week, right before the city council meeting.
We'll make that adjustment tomorrow because it's supposed to be the last Tuesday of the month, so
Okay.
we'll make that adjustment. We have a couple other things we need to fix on the calendar anyways.
This is going by the printed calendar that I have at the beginning of the month. It was on there, so I got them all logged in.
Okay.
So for Dave and Craig, then, Zach did get in touch with each of you about the respective problems you've been having?
Yeah, he called me today.
Good. Thank you. So we don't have any finance report, and I don't have anything for you folks tonight unless you have any questions for me.
Make a motion, we adjourn.
So if I could get a motion to adjourn?
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The motion passes. Have a good evening, everyone.
You too.